I've been to a lot of different places, and never been the guy carrying a gun ever in any of those places, which is a weird feeling to me because,
I wouldn't want to be that guy.
I carry a gun everywhere at home. So if I leave the house, I have a gun on me, and not because I'm thinking I'm Billy Badass, but you never know what's going to happen in this world. It's a crazy place, and the more places I've gone, the more unsafe I've seen things that are just terrible happen to people.
It devolves so fast.
It does. It goes from 0 to 100 really quick.
It's not like the movies where...
And I don't see myself as, a guy that's gonna jump in there. I'm not carrying a gun to save everybody's life. It's my wife and kids.
Right.
Above everybody. I'm gonna keep them safe.
That's your job.
And I'm gonna get out of there. And whatever happens, happens. But I'm not responsible for anybody's safety, and no one's responsible for mine.
I had this conversation.
I'm my own first responder. I carry a medical kit. I carry a gun. I train how to do both medical, life-saving stuff. And if I ever had to, I trained how to take a life. And
Right.
I don't want to. It's never my goal in life.
I bet you wouldn't hesitate if someone was about to harm your child, though.
I would not. And that's something that I think more people need to be okay with that.
Yeah.
You're your own safety. The police are not there to stop everything bad in the world. They'll show up just in time to photography, or do the crime scene photography.
That's exactly right.
You look at all these shootings that have happened recently. And granted, like the last one that just happened was in Nashville, Tennessee. The police were there within 10 minutes, I think.
They had the best response I've ever seen, and it
Clearing rooms.
As soon as they started hearing gunshots, they started moving towards the threat and bypassing the secondary threats.
And they made it upstairs and folded them like a freaking lawn chair.
Were.
Yeah, they are now were. And I am not, cancel me if you want. There's nothing wrong with that. If you're evil enough to take the lives of children,
you're going to die.
I will piss on your grave. I do not care about you. You're subhuman.
I thought we weren't going to talk about that.
Well, the fact is, you have to be ready to protect yourself. You have to be ready to protect your family. There's no one else that'll do it.
And I feel like there's a huge movement in America right now where people that are just trying to own a firearm to protect themselves, and it's gone up. People own guns.
Oh, yeah.
In America. And it scares the elites to death.
It has to.
It has to. Because they are trying to, on the backs of all these children and people who have been killed. Yeah, it's horrible. Every one of them's horrible. But at the end of the day, I'm going to protect my family and my children everywhere. And the shooter said it best, and this is the only time I'll give them credit for a damn thing. That Nashville shooter said, I didn't attack this other school because they had higher levels of security than the one I just attacked.
Right.
And that, above anything else, should be the thing we are focusing on.
So what do you think about these states that are voting on hiring armed veterans to basically secure schools? If there's a threat aversion in every school.
I think that security, we have security everywhere. Hotels have security. I've stayed at hotels with armed guards, so you?
I haven't, personally.
I've been to banks with armed guards.
Yeah.
We protect our people, our money.
Especially our money.
Who do you think guards, armored trucks?
Have you ever seen an armored truck without guns?
Yeah,
they carry guns. Yeah, they
hospitals.
Have arsenals.
Hospitals. There's just a bunch of sick people in there. They're guarded with
guns.
They
have cops. Most hospitals have cops that are stationed inside.
Courtrooms, airports, mass transit of any kind. There's guards. Schools, our most valuable resource in America is our people.
Sometimes they put a lock on the door.
I'm willing to bet that within 5 to 10 minutes you could walk into just about any school in the local area. And you might be challenged. Hopefully you're challenged. I pray you're challenged. But I think you could make it pretty far into just about any school, and that's scary. That's super scary. I got kids that are about to go to school.
Yeah, I got kids that are in school.
It's scary. It's scary
terrifying.
thinking about this kind of stuff. That our kids are doing these lockdown drills with active shooter drills. That's insane. That's crazy.
I asked my daughter today. For the first time, I asked her if she knew what an active shooter was. She's 5. She's in kindergarten. Yeah, Daddy.
Scary.
Sad. What do you know? It's kind of like a fire drill, but for a bad guy who wants to kill us with a gun.
She's 5.
She's 5, in public school.
Sad.
It's sickening.
You know, I don't necessarily agree that all children should be exposed to that. I get that there's a lot of people.
Children should be allowed to be children.
They're allowed to be children, and I think when we were in high school, Zach, together, we went to the same school. I remember officers walking around with a gun, and no one thought twice about it.
Right.
And I'm not saying we need to hire 10,000 more police officers for our school district and have them in every school. Like, yeah, that'd be awesome. I'd love that.
Didn't do shit in Uvalde.
But yeah, I don't know if that's the answer. But I do know that having zero security is obviously not working.
Right.
And we can go after banning a gun all we want in America, but at the end of the day, that gun lobby is super strong, and it's backed by a lot of money, and they're not going to get anywhere.
I'm going to run a hypothetical by you. Guns have now been illegal, right? How many guns are out there in America?
From my knowledge, there's at least 300 million, I think, is
4 guns for every 1 person in America.
4 to 1.
4 to 1.
That's
There's
pretty good.
Over a billion, right?
Yeah.
So if we legalize all firearms overnight, that is over a billion illegal firearms. If you're a criminal, how easy is that to get one of those guns?
It's not hard.
There's always someone willing to sell their wares for a profit. Always. It doesn't matter what the ware is. It doesn't matter if it's a child. It doesn't matter if it's a drug. It doesn't matter if it's a gun. It doesn't matter if it's a hit. There's always someone willing to pay, and there's always someone willing to buy.
There is.